Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, I barely got a word out, Lone Star Wolf. My God, sir! Welcome. My coffee's ready. But I already have it. I'm way ahead of my coffee maker and the beeping alarm. Or was I? Oh yes, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Once again, it's showtime. It's coffee, but my brother is the one who has a real palate for coffee. I'm using Mickey Mouse flavored coffees. This one's double Dutch chocolate. No, sadly, no. I do that about every 2 weeks or so. I'll have adult leisure beverages. It depends on where my weight is and when I'm going grocery shopping. One of my incentives to myself. I got the Diamond Throne. It's been added to my wardrobe. No, that's the fourth drop. The fifth drop is the Guild Wars 3 t-shirt. It may arrive while I am streaming. Well, let's see what we do have in mind in store. I haven't taken leave of my senses. Yes, you have, crazy woman. She cray. Alright, so what do we know we need? Got all of yours last night? I'm a little surprised I didn't. I did spend a good deal of time sitting around in other Guild Wars 2 streamers' streams. Engelbert Meow, one of my faves. Normally she's 20, 30 viewers, and she got rated by 6,200 last night. That was funny as hell to watch. We need more Zytaffy. We're gonna have to eat a bunch of Zytaffy. Pinata Pummeler. Silver medal on the Pinata Bash. The thing is, I don't want to start doing any activities because we're about to roll over. Kept getting rated into her channel several times. She was up to 4K. She was over 6K. She was at like 6,240. And then I looked in 20 minutes later, half an hour later, and like 20 people had left. That was all. I would be really interested, and I will ask her how many follows she got last night.
Nothing better in the morning than snow between your toes.
Have you ever seen such a sight?
I did want to check the Daily Wizard's Vault. See if maybe I can finish out one of the Daily Wizard Vault things and finish out a daily before we roll over in 9 minutes. Because we just need one more, I think. No, we need 2 more. Craft 10 items, I can do that. Harvest 10 resources with a sickle, I can do that. The race is now officially on. Can I actually get it done in time? I don't even know. I was on the correct level previously. Now I'm not. Does this character must have crafting of some sort? Bloop. I would say so. Artificer. All we got to do is craft up some junk. Artificing station. Hey, fat buddy. Most of the people were probably lurking. Yeah, at that point, I'm sure they were. But regardless, that is an awful lot of people. Let's see. We're just gonna make... I don't want to make any of the wood stuff. Seriously? There we go. Something like iron ingots. 10 of those. I can put those away. Okay, that was 10. That was 10 crafting things, was it not? That was 10 things. Did I not get... Oh, I did get credit. Okay. So now we need to get 10 resources with our sickle, with our bad motor sickle. I clicked on it and it didn't. Why is it I'm over the limit? I'm making my own life more difficult. Fine, we'll take the Springer. It's fine. Now, let me claim. I'm making things more difficult for myself. Why am I doing this? Okay, wrong button. Right button. Wrong button. Right button. Did I see the video ArenaNet released today? I did, about how they will continue to support Guild Wars 1 and 2. And in the case of 2, interesting approach. They're going to be doing a lot of fixing up of stuff in the core game, which makes sense to me. That should be 4, 5, 6. Oh, we're going to make it easy. 7, 8. Doing things like upgrading some of the core gameplay, like, as an example, making the Zhaitan fight not a piece of crap, which would be good, because universally, I can't imagine anyone has ever said when that was done anything along the lines of, well, that was cool. Not Gendarn Fields, not there, over here. Beetleton has got some lovely, easy to harvest stuffs. And that'll give us our daily. The daily's not a big deal, but I'm killing time until we hit 5 p.m. my time, at which point, of course, the dailies roll over and we'll get access to the festival stuff. So. 1. Let us pray. And I think this one will give it to us. Nope, that one gave it to us. That was it. We have finished out the dailies for the day. An extra 20 points of gold. 10 achievos. They rushed the Zhaitan fight because they did last right before the game launched. Yeah. It was never a question about the reasoning behind it. I believe they have said that the intention was to have us follow Zhaitan down to the ground and finish the fight on the ground. I could be misremembering or spouting something that is not factually correct, but that was my impression. Been wanting to do, of course they have. It's kind of a, every time any big streamer does it, plays through it. I mean, I saw that with when Preach. Sure, when Preach did his playthrough of all of Guild Wars 2 at the time, including the raids and everything. It was like, he got to the fight and it was sort of slack-jawed with a "that's it," which I think an awful lot of people felt.
So, what brings you here?
Here, you want some dandelion blossoms? 4 copper and they're yours. There you go. Enjoy. Yeah, there's no shortage of things that they could buff up in the core game. And I think probably the most interesting thing I heard out of that, the thing that I'm looking forward to in the short term the most, is the new ore map that will be used to sort of tie into Guild Wars 3. That's very smart and cool. I don't need these. Can I sell these for any reasonable amount of money or no? So, let's try that again. Yeah. It's not loading up the thing. Well, let's see. We can do math. If it's 58 of them for 11 silver each, we're looking at about a fifth of a silver each. 20 copper? Not much. Well, why is the price not coming up? That's a little bit irksome. How about these guys? Can we see the price on these? These come up, see? Do I want to sell these? At a silver per? Sure. How about the dragonfly cupcakes? Silver. Ooh, theoretically, these are worth even more. I wonder why these are valued at that much more. Oh, probably for the magic find? Really? Experience on kills? I don't know. Regardless, we'll just sell them. Don't play coy with me, Cakes. And the Kralky bars. How did I just come up? Oh, I guess. It tried to sell them, but the buy orders had vanished. I'm going to assume these are going to be about the same. Hey, they finally showed up, guys. All right, I have cleared out some space in my inventory. And we're almost back to where we were. Black Lion Store is an integrated web browser. Yeah, I know, it's Chromium based. Back to Holbrack. Yeah, it's just weird that sometimes it sort of hangs on some lookups and stuff. I don't know enough about the low-end mechanics of what browsers are doing and under what circumstances they don't sort of, you know, gack it up. Hey, look, login. Hey, look, daily gathering.
Now this is fun.
Hey, look, this is a find. I could buy a cupcake, but I'm trying to cut down. Trying to maintain my girlish figure. If your girl is a fat guy, I have a girlish figure.
That is all.
All right, let's see what's on the docket for the dailies. Shall we? We shall. Festivals. Nope. Daily. Daily Dragon Bash. What do we got? Arena Gladiator. A champion boss in the Dragon Bash arena. Pretty easy. Dragon Slapper. Okay, we've got to smack more pinatas. Taffy, of course. And a medal from the pinata bashing. All right, we can do all of these. We will start by bashing pinatas. That was it, wasn't it? Let's change into a more amenable. Oh, we'll go with Skyscale. It's boring, but, you know. Bong. So, the thing I'm most interested in seeing from coming out of ArenaNet regarding Guild Wars 3 would be some actual gameplay, and I don't count a guy running up a hill or a wall to really count. as gameplay. I want to see what the game I'm looking forward to, how much it deserves my attention. Hey, Nod Knox, how you doing?
I'll break your bones.
I have heard one person say that, and it makes sense. They used the word quite deliberately, and it kind of surprised and puzzled me. Momentum in describing like the movement within the world spaces. That seemed to be an odd choice of word, specific word to use. But given what we saw with the Wall Runner and what one person said, gameplay and the fact that it's being described as action, action ARPG style combat, it does make sense what the one person said, and that was all of the buzz around it kind of felt like they were talking about something along the lines of Warframe, which I thought was an interesting observation. That maybe it will have a type of gameplay that's more similar to a Warframe than it is to, a standard hotbar-based MMO type game. I've played a lot of Warframe. I'm not sure if it would be a good fit in an MMO or not. But I'm not going to dismiss that as being an unsatisfactory option just yet. Sure, I'll swap maps. Expectations for the future of Guild Wars 3, not good. Understandable, there's certainly a reason for misgiving. I mean, the way I described it at some point yesterday, my 30% odds were that they would be Guild Wars 3, whether it was named that or not, and it would be as different from Guild Wars 2 as Guild Wars 2 was from Guild Wars 1. That's what I was hoping for, and that's what we've got. But I also commented that now, just because it's a change in the essential nature of the game that I was looking for, that doesn't mean it's necessarily going to be a game for me. And at least one of my Guild Warsing friends also voiced similar, I don't want to say misgivings, but they're not convinced. Heard nothing about Warframing Guild Wars 3 combat, but hey, try that, might be fun. Yeah, I mean, a gameplay like Warframe, because they use, I keep going back to, they use the word momentum, which seemed like a very strange one. But if they're going to go for an action game type combat, I handled Warframe action combat reasonably well. So something at that level of challenge, I'd probably be okay with. But it's possible that, in seeking more of a console-based audience and a faster-paced gameplay, it might not be a game for me, or possibly any of you. But I did want them to mix it up. I didn't just want a sequel to Guild Wars 2. I mean, they could make a straight sequel to Guild Wars 2, but I would want, deep, wide, foundational and fundamental changes to the game to keep me interested. Problem is that it was a prequel. You can't personally stand prequels. You want the continuation of something that has already occurred. Well, what is interesting about that is that because we do have a lot of information from the past, because the lore is pretty deep in this game, that there is a lot of familiarity baked in, at least if you're a lore nerd. I'm not especially a lore nerd for the game, but I have absorbed a lot basically just by playing the game, and when something sounds interesting or weird to me, I will look it up to try and find more. But I can certainly understand your misgivings, and certainly the misgivings of the Sylvari mains who are in fucking ruins. Yes, I have 9 characters on my account, and they're all Silvari. So, what will I be playing in Guild Wars 3? I'll be playing Guild Wars 2. For me, the devil is always going to be in the details. And so, a lot of people are incredibly hyped. I'm not hyped at all. I describe myself as being hyper attentive. I'm paying very, very close attention to the news we get. I want to be blown away. I don't expect to be blown away. I hope to be engaged. To me, if it's a good, engaging MMORPG, that's what I want. Just hate the concept. All TV shows and books that pulled this are best thrown in the bin. Yeah, I can see certainly the doubts about that. Timeline on Guild Wars Wiki we were looking at today. The games start in 1070 AE. Guild Wars 3 should be set in about 70 AE. Well, didn't you say that the AE was after Exodus? Is that the gods' Exodus or humans' Exodus from wherever they were previously? Allergic to the concept as much as you are to cute. Understandable. But I will also note that my current pet, my Jade bot. I did change this, didn't I? Why is he not out? Why is he not out? Jade bot, miniatures. Jade bot, did I not change him? I swear I changed him. But maybe I didn't. Anyway. The god introduced humans to Tyria, then the gods left. Well, they quite specifically talk about the presence of the gods in the trailers, though. Certainly the implication is that the gods are present in the game. All right, I just need a medal on this. Let's see. I believe it's 3 to jump. No, it's 1 to jump. Right, 1 is Hitsies. That's not working. Oh, that's right. All right, I'm completely screwed this up, but it's fine. It's fine, I promise. There we go, that's better. I only need a medal out of this. I've gotten silvers in the past, never gotten a gold because the path I follow is a very non-optimal one. That is going to be, I presume, a follow, but I don't know that for sure. What is that button, man? Oh, that one. That's what I was looking for. Okay. I will check the ding that I just received in a sec. Hopefully I get the bronze out of this. My run's been terrible here, but I should get the bronze, I think. Because I only need like 8. And I have 8. Yeah, bronze. Really not good. That was Azazina following. Thank you very much. I have a spiel for that. Here we go. Welcome to my humble little stream of misfunction, malfunction, dysfunction, and frequently complete and total unfunction. You're most welcome indeed, and thank you very, very much for the follow. Anyways, you've ranted enough. Just said panned over the whole deal. Probably play it for the social and combat aspects, but the story is moot. Basically, Or becomes its own independent nation right before Guild Wars 3 takes place. That certainly is what it sounds like arrow-wise as far as Or goes. Yeah, basically, Or becoming its own thing. MOAs. I think I still need to get 2 of the MOA things taken care of. That was really a bad effort, but hey. Put those all away. Oh my god, have I done it again? I have, haven't I? Green, green. 250. That's another batch of boxes I need to open up. Heard the spiel? Yeah, still using it. I mean, I have a few other spiels. I like it. I mean, I used to say that that was my only spiel, but no, I have a welcome spiel and an end of stream spiel as well. I think we need to eat more Zytaffy. I'm just going to go ahead and eat 250. I have to get to 1,000 anyway.
Quite a reward.
Quite a reward indeed.
Begin destruction protocol.
I actually got an exotic I didn't have out of one of those boxes last night. Exotic torch. Sincerely, Blue Jay has followed. You'll get the spiel too. Welcome to my humble little stream of misfunction, malfunction, dysfunction, and frequently complete and total unfunction. You too are welcome indeed, and thank you very, very much for the follow. Good evening. From the lovely and scenic Silicon Valley. Well, let's see. The last... Is it... I think it's Winterfest, where you have the drinks requirement. I hit the 5,000 drinks requirement to get the achieve on that one. The race is about to happen. I need more laps. When is the race starting? Soon. 1:20. I will probably have to do, I think it's 3 laps on the race. I think I need like 12 more laps, and they give you extra if you do the race, so I'll do the race. I'm not good at it, but I'll do it. Wait. Come on, Calf. You know you want my Hunter's Ale. The others will just sell at the going price. Shouldn't have bothered selling them a couple minutes ago because they're all just going to stack up again.
Nothing better in the morning than snow between your toes.
Let's see, where is that's the Omni Potion. New Year's weapon chest shouldn't be in there. Trader's lantern chest shouldn't be in there. So hard to get good help these days. Those shouldn't be in there. Freaking teleport to friends, man. That's another follow from, I believe, Beku. If I'm mispronouncing that, let me know. You too will get... Did it just start? It must have just started. I missed it. I have failed and I feel shame. Welcome to my humble little stream of misfunction, malfunction, dysfunction, and frequently complete and total unfunction. You're most welcome indeed, and thank you very much for the follow as well. Thanks, guys. Muchly appreciated. If you can only buy one DLC, you want to buy the combo pack for Heart of Thorns and Path of Fire. That's the first 2 expansions. That gets you a whole bunch of content. That gets you 2 elite specializations. It gets you a whole new class or profession. Gets you 2 specializations for every profession. It gives you gliding. It gives you mounts. By far the best value, easily. It's a package of the 2. I believe it's listed as buying Path of Fire, but it comes with Heart of Thorns, which was the first expansion. That's a slam dunk. It was a while since you watched. Seemed more popular. Right now there are drops going on. So there are more people dropping in to basically every Guild Wars 2 streamers right now. Guild Wars 2 streamer right now. You're very welcome. Welcome to the game, and I hope you have a blast. Now, what was I looking for up here? I was looking for something. The Wizard's Gobbler was what I was looking for. Show me my gobblers, please, which really sounds quite dirty. No. No. Yes. And we will also go to the Leyline Matter Converter. We'll get a vial of Chak Acid. And we will get Leyline Crystals. If you have any questions, Beku, feel free to ask. Missed the anniversary stream? I was playing Marvel Heroes, which is back from the dead. And I was enjoying adult leisure beverages, so yeah, I had a pretty good time. Not gonna lie. The old man gets liquored up, he's gonna have a pretty good time.
I'll be on my way.
All right, what other things do we need to progress? We've got the daily done for the festival. We have 2 out of 4 complete. Paper Dragon, we need to bash more pinatas. That will happen. Zai Tasty. That'll happen over time. I'll just eat 250 each of the next couple of days. So lifelike, that's the holographic dragon stuff. Winner's Circle, that's the Dragon Bash laps. No, that's the MOA races. We need more MOA races. That's the The MOA race is about to begin. Hopefully we can get in on this. What's going on here, for the new people, is there's a festival ongoing, and we missed it. We missed it. We missed it. There's a festival going on right now. There's like a half a dozen, maybe 8 of them that occur during the year. They usually last 2 weeks or so. They have a lot of special events. This is the Dragon Bash, celebrating the fact that we had beaten the first dragon.
My son.
Already had your beverages for this evening. The after party, very nice. Need to leave quite soon, get some sleep before you start on the fencing for the horses. I didn't even realize they could use swords. Thank you. Thank you. That was my first, but not last, terrible dumbass joke for the evening. I hope you enjoyed it. Well, let's just go ahead and roll at least 1 lap of the race anyway. Okay, it helps if I hit the right button. Let that be useful advice for all of you. It always helps if you hit the right button. Whoop. All right, now we'll see if we can get this right. Not quite, but not terrible. Oh, I got credit for that last one. That was weird. Okay. The hoops you have to literally drive through are larger than they seem on the screen. But not quite that large. Oh, that was bad. I will not be doing a personal best, I don't think, on this one. But I need a bunch more laps, like 10 more laps for the festival. If you are a Guild Wars 2 player who has a level capped character, because I think you have to do it in ore, There is a series of achieves for the new announcement, which is shoulder cosmetic, cape cosmetic, and 3 wardrobe unlocks. So that's a bit of a random. And that's 5 events in a starting map, 5 events in ore, and then 5 more events anywhere. I still got the gold for today. I will take that. Yeah, right in the humors. Yeah, right in the here. It's called the humorous, but it ain't funny. So many boxes.
Now this is a find.
It's not a find. My character's getting enthused for no good reason.
Won't you stay a while?
Stay a while and listen. Open deposit. The rest of it should be able to sell either directly to the vendor. Oh, one more. Don't know why do we really need the Drass of Hunter's Ale? Hey, I can get those. He buys those for 2 copper and then resells them for 16 copper. That's a pretty good business he's got going. Don't expect there's a whole lot of, overhead when you're standing out in the middle of Holbrack. All right, let me take another look and see what we're at for the overall event progress.
How disappointed. Wanted hotter in the morning and snow between your toes.
Paper Dragon. We need 40 more pinatas. That'll be fine. Not buy a second-hand ale for 16 pennies a pop. Certainly not if it was open. So lifelike. That's holographic dragon minions. If I got 120 of them, I got 120 just in that 15 minutes yesterday. We could finish the Zytaffy off right now. Earn a silver. I've earned silvers in the past from the pinata, but not so far this year. So we need at least 2 more to get the first tier of rewards.
I won't be responsible for what I do.
Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grind out some XP, I think. Grinding out some XP for the masteries in the latest expansion. Trying to figure out, yeah, she should be fine for that. I've had her out there, I think. Maybe not. Let's see. He's a mechanist. Pretty sure he's been out there. We'll go with him. Open tankard, so no thanks. Yeah, sealed bottle. Sure, I'm in. Now, someone informed me, and they may have indeed been entirely correct. Let's find out. Oh, I don't even know what my previous map was. It was Starlit Weald. Excellent. Saved me a trip. We'll go back to the previous map, though, as it's a little bit more open. So we'll go back to Shipwreck Strand. Canucks Pub. Now, grinding out XP here has been pretty slow, and I want to get it done. There's one mastery left in the expansion that I need to finish out. Good evening. I assume. It doesn't have to be evening. It could be anything. I've got people watching where it's not evening, or it's morning, early morning, or late night. Anyway, what we want to do is do some rift hunting. Now, rift hunting is a mechanic from a previous expansion, but is supposedly a very good method of gaining XP. You can't see it because it's underneath my shining, beautiful face. Oh, here we go. We've already started. Somebody else is doing it as well. So let's see. I'm currently at 646,000. So I want to see how much I get for completing a rift. Rifts are dynamic events from one of the previous expansions that are you can still do in the current expansion spaces. Where in the hell is Dave? I didn't see Dave anywhere. Dave is my murder bot. Oh, the other player who is here is downed. I will res them. All right, the event has been successful. We now use the heart. It's coming. He has moved. The other player has moved into their bunny. Good reason. There's a boss coming. You jump up in the air and you hit him with your bunny, and you get crowd control on him. There we go. We've got him crowd controlled. He's stunned, and we'll finish him off, and we'll see how much XP we get from this. 40K. Might have been extra. 748. There was extra. We've got a 50% bonus going on right now. We've got the Heroes boost. I am not currently using an additional boost, the celebration bonus, I think it's called. Oh, we didn't actually want to open that, but we opened it. I was careless. I was thoughtless. I beg your forbearance. Let me go back to Mistlock and grab more XP boost. Connecticut. One of our more difficult to spell states. Indian tribe name or Indian word? I don't know. That's guesswork on my part. 3 gold. I'm rich, guys. Let's see. Birthday boosters. I only have 313 of them. Your characters get those for their birthdays. I have 45 characters on this account. It's possible that I'm not well. Next time the tax collector comes, you'll try to jump out of one of the bunnies to stun them and to avoid taxes. It'll definitely work. I don't think they can make you pay taxes when you're in prison. We'll try another one. We're currently at, call it 750K. Ah, that puts the lie to my assumption then, if there's a Connecticut there. I'm dubious that it is an Indian word or Indian tribe. Where are we looking? over there, all right? Yeah, it does look like there are a fair number of people actually running these for XP purposes, so while I don't think soloing it would make it worthwhile, ow. If a bunch of other people are also grinding rifts, this should be a good XP source. That's all the rivers where you live are Indian names. Yeah, that's not that unusual, especially in the older parts of the continental US and presumably Canada. I will interact. And once again, we'll get on the bunny. This is an example of emergent gameplay. The players figured out, oh, we want to stun these guys. Because when they're stunned, they can't do damage, and we do extra damage. Which means we just annihilate them. Pretty much. I've got a daily for combo skills complete and a weekly for meta events complete. That's nice. I would like to finish up the weekly then. 2 more weeklies and I'll have the complete weekly thing complete. That would be nice. And good evening to you, Dark Machinist. Welcome back, my friend, to the show that never ends. I'm so glad you could attend. Come inside, come inside. Old guy music reference. So 750, and that is almost 100K for each rift. That will be a lot faster, I think, than what I was doing. Now, mind you, that means I'm going to be rifting for a while tonight, but it's kind of no-brainy content, so I can do that and chat with you lovely people at the same time. I know we have at least one person new to Guild Wars who was bopping around. And so my assumption is we're all just running around here and we're all doing this because we get a good amount of XP for it. While there is, the game is horizontal progression. In other words, you don't level past 80. There are things you can do. Masteries are available. And those are horizontal progression. So, for instance, there's masteries for all of the mounts, and their special skills and stuff become activated. Oop. Sorry, I got downed. I was blabbing too much. Connecticut means long river. It's not that big of a state. Come on, how big of a river could it be? Another daily complete for defeating 25 enemies and 5 veteran enemies. And daily complete. Another 10 achievement points. I'm an achievement point machine. Not really. So Alexa says, that's the sort of thing I would expect Alexa to get correct. Now I hope that my Amazon voice-activated device doesn't respond to the fact that I just said her name. Oh boy, we had to go far away. I should have just teleported. It's my mistake. My own fault.
I hunt minerals inland. Mission of great import.
Oh, great import. The urge to kill is rising. Fortunately, there's a whole bunch of things to kill around. That is another alert. The world needs more alerts, you know. I will get to that in just a second. We have succeeded. We We will interact. That's 2 alerts. I have been followed by Inan Quatico and Swords Tablet, I believe. Oh, hold on. Yeah, do nothing, I know. We've got a big bad guy coming up. There we go. There he is. We have broken his brake bar, and now we'll just kill him. There we go. Several rivers go through Canada. That makes sense. We are just right now running rifts for experience points. So to the 2 of you who have just followed, I have a little spiel. Here we go. This is 4th or 5th time tonight. There are a bunch of new follows. Thank you guys. I really do appreciate it. Welcome to my humble little stream of misfunction, malfunction, dysfunction, and frequently complete and total unfunction. You're most welcome indeed, and thank you very much for the follows. Thanks, guys. I am right now not doing the most, oops, that's not actually what I wanted to mount up on. Not doing the most fascinating of content right this minute. In fact, I'm swimming. Can we please get out of it? Thank you. There was a recent content drop a few weeks ago. And one of the additions you get when there's a content drop in Guild Wars 2, if you're not aware, are new mastery lines, and that's part of the horizontal progression of the game. And I am currently grinding out some experience points for the last of the mastery lines in the new content. They did announce Guild Wars 3 yesterday. Now, it's an announcement of the game, not so much about the game, as it were. So we still don't know very much at all. But there is no shortage of speculation. That's for sure. Yay, and you can actually almost see the experience point bar. It's almost made it past my head. I have a few hundred hours in 1. I have over 5,000 hours in 2. All right, we're heading in that direction. Where's the waypoint? Closest waypoint. Probably the key. We don't have much information, but boy, do we have a lot of speculation. They gave us a cinematic trailer, which included some in-engine stuff, but not actual game footage. At least it wasn't described as actual game footage, but it was in-engine.
Either Astroworld say their scanners are jumping, just that they could deal with darkness to let us all under her thumb.
And today they had announcements about that they are still supporting and bringing new content into both 1 and 2. Now, after the current expansion finishes up in a couple months, everyone else is on their bunny. They're not going to immediately be bringing out another expansion. They will instead be working on some core game improvements, including things like a new ore map, but also things like improving the Zaitan fight, which has been sort of a sore point amongst the player base for approximately ever. The Hall of Monuments. I think that's the name, right? Yes, that actually looks really interesting too. That will be similar to what Guild Wars 1 has that gives you goodies in Guild Wars 2. This will be Guild Wars 2 stuff that will give you goodies in Guild Wars 3. Hall of Monuments? I think that's it. Yeah, so that is certainly also another one of the interesting things. Things I would put on the category of cool stuff for Guild Wars 2 players. We get a new map, We get the Hall of Monuments. We'll have a whole bunch of hopefully nifty. Oops, wrong button. I hit the wrong button. Hopefully a bunch of nifty rewards both for Guild Wars 3 and also for Guild Wars 2. Yeah, I have gotten some nice stuff. I haven't done enough stuff in Guild Wars 1 to have a whole bunch of good stuff. But I have a few nice things. As an example, for those who may not know, if you have enough of the Hall of Monuments stuff done in Guild Wars 1, you get access to the Black Widow pet for Guild Wars 2. And that's the only way to get the Black Widow pet for your Ranger. So presumably in this case, they're going to really ramp it up. There's going to be, I would assume, a metric butt ton of new achieves for the Hall of Monuments. What will be interesting is how many of them they make retroactive. You know, I've got 5,000 hours in the game. I've got 23,500 achievement points. Are any of those going to give me goodies for Guild Wars 3, or only the new stuff they're bringing in? Hopefully both. Hopefully they'll have a raft of, oh, you've got this one done already? Well, you get these. But you can't get these without doing this. And back to Guild Wars 1 before Guild Wars 2 released a farm. All the hall stuff. Yeah, that is tempting. Certainly to me. I did get a couple of nice things. I can't remember the name of the outfit. Not an outfit, actually. I think it's clothing pieces, not actually an outfit. A very nice suit that I wear on my Sylvari Necro. It's very stylish. And I also wear the Abaddon's helm skin on him. So he's a very well-dressed Sylvari in a very nice suit with a six-eyed tentacled head. It's a look. Cool shields. Yeah, I do like a number of the various redos of Guild Wars 1 item skins that have appeared in Guild Wars 2. Smash them indeed. And you will very shortly be able to see how much XP I'm getting as the yellow line just to the right bottom of my... There you go. Right there. The little glippity-glippity-glip. I'm getting about 100k each, I think. Yeah, we've picked up like 800k already. So I have like 4 million more to go. So I am right now just kind of grinding and talking. Whoops! I'm also going the wrong way. Your Guild Wars 2 accounts. So you could PvP on Euro servers. Yeah, I have two. I have my main one, this one, where I have 5 characters of each profession. Because I'm crazy. And a second account where I have 1 character of each profession. So I have a total of like 52 characters at the cap, I think, between the two. I like creating new characters. What can I say? I'm getting pretty lucky here in that most of the time I'm getting to these in time to at least get some damage in and then get the boss as well. Yeah, oh yeah. I actually was reading, back when this game was in beta, I started a blog about 14 years ago now. Oh my God. I did it for like 4 months, 3 times a week. And one of the things that made me start doing it was Guild Wars 2, and I talk in there about my excitement about the game, and to some degree also my disappointment in the launch, in that some of the things that happened at launch. For instance, the fact you essentially couldn't group with anyone at launch was a real problem the game had. I never did any SPVP in the game, basically ever. I've only done a couple of runs in the new sort of tug of war mode that they brought in, the push mode. I've done a couple of push mode games, and that's been it for SPVP. I've done some World v World, and I don't dislike World v World, but it's also not something I've really, really glommed onto as something I enjoy doing. I don't dislike it, but I don't like it enough to do more of it. Also, I need more Gifts of Battle. Lens needs Gifts of Battle. I'm a firm believer that what we should allow for is allow players to exchange with other players, to exchange Gifts of Battle for Gifts of Exploration. And the GOBers also throw in some gold. Because it's a lot easier to get GOBs than it is GOEs, but I'd rather just get more GOEs. Way before the flying mounts, they certainly changed everything. I mean, except I guess SPVP and World v World, although World v World does have the War Claw. Time for you to call it. Thanks, Knob Knox. I will attempt to hold up my Lens Co. quality streaming product reputation and not suck. All right, we're in that direction. What's in that direction? Hull Garden. Now we'll find out if I made a good choice by teleporting to a point that's closer, or I made a bad choice and teleported to a point that's further away. If it's there, oh, I think I actually made the smart choice. We can't have that. I'll try not to get into the habit of doing making the smart choice. I was wondering why I couldn't pick my murder bot out. I didn't name this one Dave the Murder Bot. This one was named Green Meanie. We get back on the bunny mount. Put away the put-awayables. Oh, really? Only two of us? Now three. Seal the rift up. Claim our points. Currently at 1.512. 40k then for the finish. Really only 40k. So the XP bonuses aren't kicking in for that? Is that right? Alright, the XP for kills. But I guess it's already being counted in from the Summer Game Fest boost. No, raids. I'm part of a mostly static that raids Sunday evenings at about 2 hours from now. So 26 hours from now, I will likely be raiding. I'm not a hardcore raider for sure. I did my time in 3 raids a week back in WoW Vanilla. I'm too old and it's too much work. Nope, I am just right now. I already did the festival stuff. Oh, if he's on his bunny, the boss must be on the way. Mm-hmm, he is.
Shield to the bone. Firing main cannon. Strong.
And now I'm grinding out XP to try and finish off the last mastery for the most recent content drop. My XP bar is here. And when I started, it was about here. So we're making pretty good progress. Probably won't finish tonight. But it is low attention gaming, so I can do that. And still chat with you lovely folks about Guild Wars 3, Guild Wars 2, the upcoming announcement for Guild Wars 7, kind of a surprise. Also, I'm lying. Less of a surprise. Guild Wars 7, the search for more Guild Wars. Just joining any parties in training? Yep. Can certainly understand that. If you're learning, it's a great way to learn. If you're experienced, it's a great way to help other people learn. There are some fights I have a good handle on, but there are a lot that I still don't feel comfortable. Did we not finish that? He's still coming in. I thought we'd finished him. We did not finish him. Okay, we finish him now. Smash him, crash him, stick him in a stew. Wait, that's the wrong reference. I guess just the boss is about 40k then. More experience comes out of the rest of it. So that should go to 688, and it went to 688. So it's 40k for the boss, but a lot more if I can make it for the earlier event part, if that seems to be where the mass of the XP is coming in. All right, we're aiming in the right... Oh, that one's close. The red circle on the map there was where we're headed. And there is a good number of us doing grinding, presumably for the exact same reason, for XP for the latest content drop, which was about, what, 3 weeks ago? That added 2 new mastery tracks, neither of them particularly exciting, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. One of them was like 6.6 million XP and the other 5.5 million XP. All right. Back onto the bunny for the CC break. Come on, come on. There he is.
Rocket punch. Attacking enemy targets.
That was very, very quick.
Nice gear.
This is not new to these people. The next one is close as well. We'll grab that. If not, I will take a quick break to grab coffee. And that one's close as well. If I know where it is and I can get there in a hurry, I'm just going to keep pounding them. Yeah, I'm getting more. I'm getting 40k from the finish and 40k from the close, plus XP, I think, from the mobs as well. So I'm getting close to 100k per. Somebody recommended that the other night. I don't know, it might have been you. And it is definitely coming in faster than what I was doing, although what I was doing was helpful, was useful as well for the two purposes. Getting the XP, but also getting additional hero points for needy characters. Bunny time. Yeah, I'm making good progress. I don't think I'll finish it up tonight, but I will make a big dent. Come on, let's go. There he is. He didn't last long. That is 128-bit mark. With the follow. Give me just a second here to grab my fat loot. Point out that you can never have too much treasure. Get myself to a spot where I won't be attacked by any hostiles, presumably. Check the inventory really quick. Get rid of the easy to remove stuff.
We have completed the task at hand.
We have completed the task at hand. Get all that stuff sorted, and then I will give you my spiel. Welcome to my humble little stream of misfunction, malfunction, dysfunction, and frequently complete and total unfunction. You're most welcome indeed, and thank you very, very much for the follow. Thank you all for the follows tonight, guys. I am stoked. Might be hard to tell. At my age, it's kind of hard to get stoked, but thank you. I'm going to take an AFK for just a second and refill the coffee cup. Hi. We're back, me and my coffee. Just sitting for drops. Understood completely. You are welcome. Both of you are welcome. Hey, Canucket. Hope you've been doing all right. Let's see. I am grinding out horizontal progression right now. That shouldn't be very far at all away. I can't remember. I believe you did try Guild Wars 2 at some point, Canucket. Canucket is one of my old Latro pals. We've known each other since the first age. Just got back from Motu. Motu? Better than you thought it would be. Motu? I have to ask. Ministry of Temporal Upgrades. How'd I do? Oh, okay. Masters of the Universe. Thank you. Well, most importantly, I hope the niece had fun. You having fun is certainly a good bonus. Chilling in the background here. Leveling a character, private WoW server. Second monitor. Thank you. I appreciate that very much. I myself am an enjoyer, not of any of the private WoW servers, but of a number of private servers for, well, essentially dead games. Star Wars Galaxies, I have 5 different versions currently installed on my home machine here. Let's see. Marvel Heroes is back from the dead very recently. City of Heroes, which is now a licensed server from NCSoft. And Warhammer Age of Reckoning. So I don't generally do private servers for games that are live, but I am a huge supporter of them for quote-unquote dead games. That's for sure. She insisted on staying until the projector turned off, so I think she did. Good! You gotta inoculate them from bad stuff and give them the good stuff starting early on. We're headed a ways. Have I chosen poorly? Wow, where is it? I don't even see. Did I miss it entirely? I may have missed it. No. Oh, there it is. Ooh. Am I actually going to be opening the rift? I opened the rift. Okay. I was here first. I don't get anything extra for that. Exactly. Mow them down. I couldn't have said it better myself. Obviously, because I said exactly the same thing myself. All right. We get XP. We open the rift. We get a boss. We kill the boss. Rinse and repeat. So again, I want anyone who's new to the game to know that this isn't just the game. This is just me grinding experience for one of the horizontal progression systems. It's not especially interesting, but it's something I can do while the old brain is in neutral and I'm chatting with you good folks. Do you like a film where the villain's unapologetically villainous? So that's at least refreshing. Yeah, and yeah, I understand why Jared Leto gets a lot of hate, but he is a fine actor when correctly aimed. For instance, I thought he was absolutely terrific in a relatively small role, but vital, in Blade Runner 2047. 2047, right? I thought he was really good in that. So I think he is an actor who can deliver when he has a good director. He's also a nut.
Never been this many newcomers at once.
You can't have everything in your actors, you know? And we're coming in. More baddies. Strafing run! But I would certainly agree there is a place for an unapologetic, just plain bad guy. And you don't get many of those anymore.
Smash him!
And once again, we have triumphed over evil, because evil is dumb. Sorry. More recent Blade Runner was a decent film. I was surprised. First of all, Denis Villeneuve is a freaking genius who can do my fantasy and science fiction movies anytime. I find his Doom movies to be extraordinarily well done. And even though I am someone who prefers one of the director cuts, one of the many different director cuts of Blade Runner, but if you're going to start with the default version of Blade Runner that was originally in the cinemas, I think they did an extraordinarily good job on the Blade Runner sequel. My expectations were low, and they were vastly exceeded. And then what he did with Dune, I'm a picky old man, so of course I have qualms, I have issues, I have things I wish were different. But I consider it, if not to be a masterpiece, to be close. And to take a piece like that and make a film that good is remarkable. Spaceballs is getting a sequel soon, theoretically. I'm a big believer that Mel Brooks is at his funniest when somebody reins him in. So I hope he has a co-writer or two. Because his best movies, Blazing Saddles and Young Frankenstein, he had co-writers for. And so the best stuff made it into the movies. The worst stuff didn't. Requiem for a Dream is supposed to be really good. It's a movie I am hesitant to watch because I know how disturbing and difficult it can be to process. Yeah, I think people love to crap on him, and I think with good reason, but I don't think that crapping on all of his acting is the right response. Crapping on some of the human elements of his existence, yeah, sure. Yeah, I mean, I know some of it, and I've seen some scenes, and yeah, it is a disturbing, dark, extremely well-crafted movie. I just don't think... Generally, when I'm doing a movie, I'm not looking for anything more than entertainment these days. It's got to be something really spectacular for me to want to see. especially something that's going to be dark and genuinely disturbing to me, regardless of how well it's crafted. Who directed that? Is that? I can't remember who directed that. I don't think it's Proyas. I can't remember who it is. More XP for me. We are almost halfway now done with the grind. Like I said, I expect we'll probably get to around here tonight. But I am enjoying the conversation. And there's nothing wrong with doing a mindless grind and chatting. At least not in my book. Might not make for the most interesting of stream for the viewers. Sorry. Where are we headed now? The party horn blast. I didn't blast the party horn. I'm sorry. So I will note that I'm also playing one of the very best check your brain at the door and just press a couple of buttons builds in the game. Mechanist. There's a big green robot running around shooting things for me too. And I don't really have to do anything. I've set all 3 of his attacks to auto attack, which he does quite effectively. Allows me to focus on specific targets and keeping myself alive. Requiem for a Dream was a wild watch. Very good psychological movie. Twisted for sure. Twisted like Clockwork Orange. Twisted still worth a watch. I have watched Clockwork Orange more than once, but then it's Kubrick, and Kubrick movie is almost always a slam dunk for me. Clockwork Orange is one of your favorites. Have you read the book? Because I have also read the book a couple of times. One of the more interesting things about the book and movie is the ending. The ending of the movie is not the ending of the book in Europe. The American edition has the original ending of the book, which is the same as the movie. The European edition, which Burgess changed because he felt that the message he wanted wasn't the one that was in the original book. And so in the original book, Alex, in essence, they flash forward to 10 years or 15 years, something like that, and he's living basically a completely normal life. And Burgess's reasoning for it was, he didn't want to imply that, that the humans are not in their mold stamped permanently when they're young, and that most people are just going to end up being just people in the end, which is, as you will note, quite different from the movie. So that I always found especially interesting, that the book has 2 separate endings, and the author's preferred one was not the one they went with. Yeah, Anthony Burgess.
Attacking enemy targets.
And we are now over halfway done with the grind for the new masteries. there was much rejoicing. Right. Maybe not much. There was some rejoicing. Right?
Affirmative.
Racking up the karma now, boys. Not really. Exactly. Eat the minstrels. Now, the funny thing is, since I'm talking about alternate versions, in the original script from Monty Python and the Holy Grail, they did not, in fact, eat the minstrels. There is a completely different, this is going to be as fast as I can get there, a completely different additional storyline with a character named King Brian the Wild. And King Brian the Wild has them killed in a rather exceptional way. For instance, King Brian is called the Wild because, for instance, he ordered, I think, an arm cut off of all of his people in his kingdom, except like the archers who had a leg cut off instead. Censorship touches on some of the classics, wasn't aware of the book. Yeah, it has a really interesting history as far as that goes. And Canucket, you might want to look up Holy Grail and King Brian the Wild. Because I own, they published the original script, and they basically cut out all of King Brian the Wild. But that was originally how they got rid of the minstrels.
Blade Racer.
As much as I love Holy Grail, I have to admit that I am a bigger fan of Life of Brian. I don't think it's quite as funny, but I like it because it actually has more of a story it tells. The only part that sort of goes completely non-linear is when Brian gets his trip on the spaceship. Fucking Splitters. It's a movie reference, guys. Oh, please, just let me up. Let me up. Let me get out of the water so I can mount. Please. Thank you. And I'm back in the water again. I don't think I'm going to make this one. No, they're over there. And that's when you get the fucking splitters line. I also, unsurprisingly, own a book with the script for Life of Brian as well. You know how some people are about anime and stuff? The closest I've got to that is Monty Python. Life's a piece of shit when you look at it. Movie references, guys. You need more Python in your life, guys. I'm just saying. All of you. Come on, come on, come on. There he is. Rocket punch. They don't last very long, do they? Ooh, he almost killed me. Well, he almost downed me. Love the movie Brazil. Yeah, I would say it's Python adjacent. Absolutely, yeah. couple of the Python people obviously involved as actors and writing and directing, obviously, Terry Gilliam. And a lot of people may have seen that movie and not known that the happy ending was added by the studio and has never been official. They'll show it on TV sometimes with the original happy ending, which anyone who's seen the regular version of the movie would ask, how could it have a happy ending?
Now, I know you're busy, but what do you say? Knock a few more coconuts down for me?
I think I'll go for a walk. I feel happy. I feel happy. You're not fooling anyone, you know. You'll be stone dead in a minute. Like the scene with the knight keeps fighting even though he's being dismembered. Yep. The Black Knight is technically what that is. Have at you. I'm invincible. You're a loony. Horse with the coconuts. A friend of mine bought coconuts just so he could start bringing them to school. The Argument Clinic is one of my favorites. I told you once. For me, I've always felt that the perfect Python skit was the cheese shop that has no cheese. Here it comes. It's coming. Where is he? We're waiting, dude. Smash him. Burn him and stick him in a stew. What do you know about Mr. Bean? I am familiar with Mr. Bean, yeah. I mean, and basically, if it was comedy and it was shown on PBS, I would have seen it. I was never a huge fan of Mr. Bean, though. A lot of Mr. Bean, not all of it by any means, is what I call the humor of discomfort, and I'm not a fan of the humor of discomfort. Now, I consider John Cleese of Monty Python to be the funniest human being still breathing air on the planet. But I never liked the series he did, Fawlty Towers, because it is largely based on the humor of discomfort. And I don't like the humor of discomfort. Knowing myself, I would like to say, well, I'm just so empathetic, I can't stand watching the people uncomfortable, but it can't be empathy because I'm not that empathetic. But I just don't find it funny. I find it just uncomfortable. I also watched an enormous amount of Benny Hill because my mom was a huge Benny Hill fan. She loved the goofy humor. Yeah, secondhand embarrassment is a thing. I have described it in the past as I don't like watching stupid people do stupid things, with the exception being something taken to the extreme like the Three Stooges. I like watching smart people do smart things that are funny. I had no issue with the Three Stooges. Although I was always more of a Shemp person than a Curly person when it came to the Three Stooges. Curly was funny, make no mistake. I just always preferred Shemp.
I was manufactured to the highest standards.
People are allowed to like different things, you know. At least that's a theory. Not sure I actually personally believe it. Ah, yes. I believe the its best known musical number is Yakety Sax. That one? Yeah. I believe that is Yakety Sax. Is the actual name of that piece. Surprisingly, actually composed by Beethoven. Unsurprisingly, I am lying. You can't trust me, basically, is what I'm saying. Automod did not approve of your Stooges message. I didn't even see it. Normally, if something gets nuked, I get notified. I don't see anything about it. Feel free to rephrase it in the form of a not bannable statement. 100 messages in stream today. Thank you, guys. That happens because of you. I always feel I am a better streamer, and I certainly enjoy my streams better when I have an active, engaged chat. Thank you guys very much. I have more fun, and I think you guys have more fun. Oh, checked by mods, then it might still show up. It has showed up into the Twitch window, which I normally don't keep up. Let's see. Dun, dun, dun. You gotta be kidding. They had a problem with that? Oh my God. Seriously? They had a problem. The Twitch Automod had a problem with nyuk, nyuk, nyuk. I mean, I'm glad it happened now so I can go, what? DM, I just want you to know, personally, that I would like to apologize for the Automod not appreciating a curly appropriate reference. My God, what have they programmed this travesty of an Automod on? My faith in automodding and artificial intelligence is annihilated. I didn't have much. Yeah, when something like that gets automated, it only goes into my specifically my Twitch chat. It does not show up in my either of the chats that I'm actually looking at. Because I'm looking at the Streamlabs chat and the Restream chat. Restream chat gives me access to both chats, and then Streamlabs I need access to because it gives me information about stream quality. And when I say it gives me information about stream quality, yeah, I don't mean how good my stream is, because I know that's not much. I mean the actual technical qualities of the stream. Yeah, nyuk, nyuk, nyuk is not something I would have expected to get flagged by the Automod. I mean, I'm not surprised it doesn't know what the hell it means. Nyuk, nyuk, nyuk. There you go. That was my curly impersonation. I hope you all enjoyed it. I spent seconds perfecting that.
Hey, friend. Always excited to see your face.
Hey, friend. Always excited to see your face. I press F to doubt. Okay, I can see where the rift is. Again, if anyone is new to the game, all I am doing right now is a repetitive grind for experience for one of the horizontal progression mechanics. Normally you wouldn't have to do this, but I haven't been playing much lately of the latest content edition, and it is quite XP hungry, and so I'm doing that because it allows me to chat with you fine folks and occasionally make a little bit of sense. Not often, occasionally. Especially because we've got so much to talk about with the Guild Wars 3 announcement yesterday. And boss coming now? Anytime now? Oh, come on. You guys have got to do a little bit of something to get it. We barely broke his CC bar. Tut tut. We should all be better than this. But there are a bunch of people doing it, and that's presumably the reason. There are also, the rewards include some currencies that are used in making legendary gear. And, but I expect most of the people who are doing this are doing it in this location to get XP for the latest content drop, which was just a couple weeks ago. We have one more content drop scheduled for this expansion. And then it looks like they're going to be spending a year and a half or so working on upgrading the game as it currently exists, including fixing some old content, adding an additional map, and so on. So there's not going to be any new Guild Wars 2 content, I don't believe, except for the one map for the next year plus, which I'm fine with. There are some bits and pieces of the core game which really can use improvement. One of them is the last fight against the big undead dragon, Zaitan, which is notoriously, hilariously not very good. And they're finally going to get around to fixing it, and that is a worthy objective. Back on the bunny. The bunny that I'm on and a couple of the other players are on does a lot of damage to the CC bar when this mob shows up. You can see its health bar at the top. Underneath will be a blue bar. When you destroy the blue bar by hitting him with enough crowd control, it stuns him. And he also takes more damage. So we got him taken care of, easy peasy, and he's dead. Next year is going to be a good year for MMOs. Keen to see what direction they take the game in. You've heard Riot. Riot has been making one for a long time. They completely, essentially restarted what they were doing. And the leads on the old game left the company. If you're an old an old WoW player, you might remember one of the devs named Ghostcrawler. He was working on the game, but it's got to be 2 years now, or a year and a half, since he and the other sort of project lead left, and they completely rebooted and restarted development on the MMO. So my over and under on the Riot MMO is me in the ground. I'm an old man. I'm pretty sure I can make it to Guild Wars 3. I'm much less certain I can make it to the Riot MMO. Dark? Not Dark Machinist. I'm merely commenting that yes, my statement might sound a little dark, but I like to think of it as realistic. The original devs are gone from the project, but they have been hiring since, and they have assured people that yes, development is continuing apace. They have been hiring, so yeah, I consider the hiring to be a pretty good indicator that yeah, the project is alive and well, but they basically just wanted to restart. My guess, and this is completely pulled out of my ass, is that they found what Ghostcrawler and company were working on to be a little bit too conventional. That's a guess. And he's dead too. Everyone is right now doing the exact same thing I did. They all hit their J button or the equivalent to see where the next rift is. Just a bunch of riftin' fools. XP, currency, and that's what we're grinding right now. I haven't been doing this all night. I started the evening off by doing some of the festival content. We have one of the annual festivals going on in Guild Wars 2 right now. That is the Dragon Bash, which was a celebration of defeating the first of the Elder Dragons. Lots of activities. Again, giving out currencies, cosmetics, some items, those kinds of things. So I apologize if the content is a little less than gripping. But I already did a key farm this week, so I couldn't do another one of those. Actually, I could. I do have a second account. But I was about here. See where the arrow is? About here on the XP bar. And now I'm all the way out here. So, right there. Only 2 of us. Eeks. Okay, 3.
Get the point?
4. Well, I did 19.3k per second to that boss. But as I have said previously, this is a class that can perform adequately or better in raiding content even, and could be played by an above average skill ability chimp. So me. Where is this one? Over there is where this one is. I'm the first one here. I will open the mist's rift. And we've got friends. By friends, I mean not friends. I'm good. Farming on the game. Right screen over here on the left. Playing private because amazing 8 years of development. Oh, Turtle? Yeah, I'm familiar with Turtle. Are they the WoW group that just announced that they're going to be making their own MMO? Because I certainly think that if they've been running Turtle for years, and I think they have, they have the programming chops to be able to certainly make their own freaking server tech. Chinese devs, Chinese server, but so far 11k concurrent. We had to wait 75 people last night to get onto the server. Why is that guy not dead? Oh, he's dead now. Here he comes. He's coming. Come on, dude. Let's go. Let's go. And we've got another boss up nearby, and I'm going to take a peek at that one. I'm not sure I've ever beaten that boss previously. The Rat King, maybe once. I'm hurting here. Okay, we got him. The Rat King is up right here on the mini-map. That is one of the map bosses. Anyone fighting him? No one is fighting him. That's the Rat King. I wanted to fight the Rat King, but nobody else is here. And he would kick my ass. Seriously, he would destroy me. Oh, all right, I'll try. For you guys. I do not expect this to go well. I expect this will go fatally. 100% you heard they might be exploring their own IP. Well, if you've got I think, obviously the client tech is hard, but the server tech needs to be functional or the game is doomed from the start. Okay, get him. Oh, I'll pay for what I do. Okay, well, that's good to know. Whoop, okay. Hey, that wasn't fair. You didn't give me a place where I could avoid getting hit by you. Jerk. Rat King, kind of a jerk. He's at 97%. I'm not. Why did my dodge not go off? He's immune? Do I have to break his break bar? Because I don't think I've got enough CC to break his break bar. Interesting, he contains rats. If you're not familiar with what a Rat King is, there's another player here, yay! A Rat King is a name for something that exists in real life. And what it is a bunch of rats that have been living in such close contact that their tails have knotted together. That's a Rat King. And if that sounds horrifying, I got to agree. It sounds horrifying. No, it didn't go off at all. Here we go again. See, that's what I mean. That's the dodge there. It worked. And oh my god, I'm getting hammered. Okay, we'll try to res this guy. We almost got him. We're going to try again. I'm going to die. I'm downed. Mind you, 2 more people came in and we're all going to die. Nope, I'm back. We'll try to get this guy up. I need to heal. Oh, that's going to be hurt. Okay, we good. We dodged that. We did not dodge that. I went to itch, to scratch an itch on my chin. Eat my dust indeed. We'll try to get over here and res this guy. I have multiple conditions on me. Waiting for my heal to come back up. I'll kill some of the plague rats while I get my heal up, because right now I'm sitting at such a low health that the guy could fart, not even in my general direction, but just fart. Okay, there we go. All right, I have enough health that I can now do some damage. All right, we'll try to. We're not doing great here. Not gonna lie, we're not doing spectacularly well. We're about to break his break bar. His break bar is broken. We gotta hit him with what we can while he's down. Oh. Nine stacks of poison is what he gave me. I managed to remove a few. What? Like I said, I'm not sure I've ever done this fight. If I did this fight, I don't remember him kiting around like this. Well, that was nice. Whoops, move. You've got to dodge out of the bad, boys and girls. Dodge out of the bad. Do not dodge into the other bad, though. That's equally bad to not dodging out of the bad in the first place. All right, we got to try and break his CC bar and not get hit by stuff. Traps to protect. We've got him at half health. He's going to be setting more traps, okay? Yeah, I don't think I've ever done this fight. Just looked. The Rat King thing. We got it. It's a real thing. Yeah, it is. No, I will absolutely lie through my teeth and make shit up. But most of the trivial sounding stuff that I'm going to say is real. Because I have a memory for worthless, useless information, or at least borderline worthless, useless information. All right, we've got him down to his last 25%. I think we've got him. There's 6 of us here now. I went in first. I was the first one. I was the path setter, the trend maker. It's not quite right. All right, everyone, break the CC bar. Very good. Everyone broke the CC bar. I have no idea what he's saying. We have defeated him. The lesser-known leaders of Shipwreck Strand completed 2 achievement points. And boxes of fat lootiness. Let's go back. There it is. Wow. We got a Castoran Cache of Riches. A Dragon Bash prize coffer. Okay, well that's essentially worthless. Got that. That's fine. That's good. 3 rich clumps of ore. Just like Mom used to make.
This is the only proper course.
We will now spend approximately 30 minutes tidying up our inventory. Not really, but it might feel that
Power
way.
flow at 30%. Pretty loud.
Learn something new every day. Terrifying. Yeah. Yep, I've seen a picture of it and it's horrifying. And normally they end up leading a very short and not pleasant existence when it happens. Which cannot be described as surprising, given the fact that they're all tied up together. Ew. Let's see, we've got 5 rift extraction boxes. I don't even know what they have. Well, we'll just go ahead and open them, I guess. There we go. We got renown tokens and some essences. Lone Star Wolf, go to your room. Can't take him anywhere.
You can never have too much treasure.
You see? Dark Machinists, it's not just you I send to your room, to his room, to their rooms. No.
Power flow at 30%. Rerouting.
Let me sell this, get this out of my inventory, and we've got 34 bags of alchemical materials. Is that because I have my Jade Bot with one of the Buffy things? No. I always have to check and see what they sell for. More than I would have expected. There we go. Bits and pieces and pieces and bits. Well, we got a little bit further than I thought. We got more than half of it. We were about here, I think. And now we're all the way out here, XB to here. So we've got about, I thought it was 5.5 million, but it looks like it's just a little over 5 million. So we're at 3.7 million out of a little over 5 million to finish off the last mastery we're working on right now, which is the residual mirror magic training. Completing a magic mirror provides magic find boon while on Castora. It's pretty meaningless, but it does give more mastery rank points. I will probably never reach the cap because I still have a lot of points in Icebrood Saga that I need to get before I can cash in and finish them off, and it's such a drag to get those. It really is. I think I'm going to call it in the evening here. As always, I want to thank you guys very much for hanging out. Thank you a lot for the follows, just for hanging out. I'm not going to just dump you, the Twitch followers. I am going to find someone to send you to so that you can continue to get drops. Am I not a generous God? Not so much, really, Lens. Let's see who we got. I will send you over to my friend Jukebox. Juke is streaming Guild Wars 2. He's a Guild Wars 2 streamer. He is part and parcel of the Static raiding group I'm part of and is a cool guy. So we're going to raid Jukebox on Twitch, of course. So let me set that up. I want to thank all of you guys for hanging out tonight. As always, I am always very appreciative. The follows were great. People just hanging out. Also, cool. Juke Box. I should be back tomorrow at the usual time, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, middle of the night in Europe, morning in Asia, Australia, and New Zealand with the same old horse shit. Probably more Guild Wars 2. I'll probably do some more festival stuff, maybe some more grinding. I'll probably try to script the grinding, though. But for now, thank you all for hanging out. Hope the rest of your weekend kicks ass. Take care, and ciao for now. Bye, guys.